Greetings. Part 4, part 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay. I love it. I gotta say this. Gratitude to Source. Mama Universe, speak through me. I surrender. Okay. For you that are on your spiritual journey or knowing that you are here to do greater, in part of you right now could be resting, relaxing, preparing mentally, physically, and spiritually, or spiritually, all of it's connected. And that meaning our spiritual bodies, astral bodies. It's so much more, people. Anywho, those of you that are tapped in or will tap in. But anywho, to being that, okay, mothers, daughters, or, you know, the feminine aspect of me that will come to this video, and also to the brothers, the masculine aspect of me that will come to this video in the physical form, I guess. The shift that we are experiencing and what we are being, the communication that's coming in, being that we're in Gemini season, ruling communication and ruled by Mercury. Let's see here. As I said previously in the other video, as your gifts, as we're letting go from the more physical, mundane world and entering into this healing of the matriarchal, mamas, mothers, women, per se, it doesn't matter. Your abilities and gifts will heighten as you, and I share this, when you look at a battery, negative and positive, see, negative is not bad. I'm going to say that again. Negative is not bad. Your abilities will heighten. Your spiritual abilities, the more you heal and integrate and do the inner shadow work and face your shadow, your gifts will heighten. As to within, all these things will, appreciate it, all these things will heighten your abilities, your spiritual gifts, all these things that will become more clear. And as you get to certain levels, there will be no more, you'll begin to see more clarity of a peace and a fulfilled life, or harmonious life, or clarity of like your spiritual partner or people that you're going to meet along your journey. So that being said, again, everything prior to the Aquarian age has been a false narrative of what the mother should be. Again, this has to do with the Willie Lynch. This has to do with everything involving when the father was removed from a lot of the family dynamics. And this has always been the focus, to divide the family, the ancient melanated family. So that being said, created an imbalance in the universe. And so that's when you see an abuse of power, to abuse that power of keeping everything unstable, imbalanced. And so mothers haven't been rooted. And this is what you're learning now. You're being forced to go within, see yourself. Now you're being forced to know what really faith is. Faith in the unknown, faith in the unseen. Because, again, your focus has always been the physical rather than more of the spiritual, where it originally came from. That's why Universal Mother represents the magic. That's where everything begins, from Mama. Mama is the first teacher. That's why I will always express to a lot of mothers is that it's not so much of blaming the mother, but everyone is always accountable for what they put out into the universe. That's just how karma is operated. That's how energy comes back around. So I had to learn this through my own journeys, that there was no one to blame, because everyone has to face themselves eventually. Everyone got to look in the mirror. Everyone got to look at their shadow. Wherever you go in this world, when you walk, your shadow is with you. So it doesn't matter who you are, who you portray to be in the light, your shadow is always with you. Meaning that your darkness and whatever you have done brought to this world, it will always return. Even I had to acknowledge that. This is why I'm at a place where being whole and teaching more holistic ways is that when I share things and it's triggering to someone, it has nothing to do with me. It's just my light illuminate what, it's unhealed, even if they don't see it, but eventually they maybe will or not. But as the same with, I met other people. When things are triggering in me or certain things I have to learn, I had to bring it back to myself. What is this teaching me? So I had to be a student. So that also being said is that a lot of our mothers or women are learning what it is to be in their feminine energy. Not all, but those that are on more focused on a holistic journey or coming into the holistic way of being. Everyone is not at the same level. Everyone will never be at the same level. Some people will never get it here. Some people will just simply be who they are. Some people are simply mirrors of your karma. Some people are simply here to just initiate who you are. Some people are here sent to be a part. Some family members, friends are part, whatever title you want to give them, they are aspects of mirroring back to you the greatness, the beauty, the divination. So that being said, it all comes full circle, and you'll get more clarity on why it is your journey is the way it is that you came here to learn the knowledge of yourself. That's why we're learning past life and also what we're integrating now, what we're activating now, and what we're ushering in now, and what we're fulfilling now. And fulfillment is that fullness. And now we're that acceptance. I share with people is that you have to acceptance will give you more peace than just forgiveness. I had to get past that whole titles. Accepting where you are will give you peace in where you're going. Accepting where you are, wherever you are on your journey, you will be more at peace and be able to breathe. Acceptance of your past will allow you to integrate or create a future that is worthy of whatever you feel is worthy of. Whether that be pain, gain, bliss, harmony, suffering, it's in the mind. And see, these are things we're learning now. We're clearing the blockages. We're a part of the ascension of Daughter Earth or, Gaia. We're a part of that. We're a part of all these things that are shifting in the environment individually, consciously, and then the collective conscious. We're in a building moment. And I had to learn this too. As our mothers heal, that aspect of themselves and seeing the connection to the patriarchal. Remember that from the Piscean age, the mothers that were forced and some of them, that gave their lives and sacrificed so much to protect and provide for us, they were, again, forced to be in this masculine energy, not knowing. This is why I had to learn compassion. A lot of them not knowing what it is to embrace their femininity. And this is that positive negative trait. The negative on the post, the minus symbol, yes, is nurturing, is the darkness, the void. The positive, the light, remember, like you have to have both, people. We're talking about frequency, vibrations, atoms, neurons. electrons. Anywho. So all these things, you'll begin to realize that they are aspects of yourself, something greater, something more amazing. So the more now, the distance that's happening goes back to the royal energy. Where you have, this is the crowning of daughter Earth, the princess. And see, the value of the daughter has to be restored. Look at how our little girls have been, like, the trafficking, and it's so much I can go into depth of. Pay very close attention to the ones that are, like, I shared with someone the other day. I was like, I'm not just in your fucking life. I didn't come to, like, fuck you. I didn't come to do that. And it may seem very aggressive, but it's the passion in me speaking. But I did not come to do that. Because what I realized is that a part of my journey, me being touched on by women, you know, I had to get to that place where I was healed to where I can accept affection. But also being that in other past lives or meeting other people that were molested or raped, Spirit allowed me to see the holistic way of that. And see, this is the thing about pain and gain. Your pain, your past, and what you've experienced is for you to see in those darkest moments how you can alchemize from that silver, or how you can create gold, how you could use that dark and transmute that into light. Light in your own, on your own path that you have to seek, that you know you're the light. And rising, like those demons that you face, but rising above it, rising above those demons. And so now you're able to use that light, and wherever you go, you become more vibrant and brighter. And so you live in that truth, that authenticity, which physically not only shows, but spiritually. And so as I spoke to her, or this, you know, the sister, I was letting her know, like, when I met this sister, the first thing I did was I would go to, I offered her granddaughter a picture, a painting, and I gave it to her first. I didn't speak to her mother or the daughter. I just, hey, here you go. And I expressed to her, I said, you notice that I gave the granddaughter the picture, because again, if something happens to us, the children inherit the earth. And see, the thing about the energy that is reversing and the healing of the matriarchal is that that little baby she already has all of her eggs that she would have in her lifetime. So spiritually, and we're talking about generationally through lineages, that baby has all of her eggs, which makes her a mother for the future, a future grandmother, a great grandmother, and she's carrying her generational lineage. Oh my goodness. And so that simple thing like that is channeling and initiating her imagination. And so it's seeing the spiritual aspect the holistic way, rather than trying to just talk to the mother, to really teach. You go to the child, which is the essence, and then the healing that takes place in the child, where the mother trickles down to the child and to the children's children. And so as I spoke to the grandmother, I'm letting, you know, this sister know, like, do you really see, like, what I did? And I didn't want to convince her or force her. No, I was showing her that to nurture a nation, you have to build a nation, you have to nurture a woman. And so what is any difference than a child, in a sense of her becoming a woman eventually? But the importance of how you have to see how society and the schools and everything, again, these corrupted places, have have so much mind control or manipulation, deception on what a child should be, how they should be. We all do not learn and receive. We receive energy. Kids are like sponges. We all are. And so through television, media, and TikTok and social media, all these things are food. So if I give something to where you can use your imagination and you can use your abilities and your creative energy, I just touched you from a place so that you can create, so you can see the co-creator or the creator in yourself. And see, to build a nation, you nurture the child, the women. And see, that's the importance. That's why I tell y'all don't see these so-called entertainers, rappers and shit. These people don't care about these kids and these mothers. That's the importance. What are you building? What is your focus? How are you passing down generational knowledge? Because none of this shit matters to me. If I ain't living my truth, what am I doing? So that being said, it doesn't matter if you're in someone's life for how many years. What knowledge have you given and shared knowledge with them that they can pass on? Because it's all memories. Have you given them and shared knowledge that can be passed on to their children's children's children? So that's what a man does, or a righteous man. He sets up things for not only his kids, but his kids, kids. As for, the importance of the women or people in his life, to see the importance in his vision. Peace and shalom. So I challenge you today. Share. Be honest. Shalom. What did I press? I'm still recording. What is where's the batting people?